Franz Wagner's injury today against the Knicks is just absolutely brutal, and I think really hurts a Magic team that's been playing a bit better as of late. I just do not like the outlook for this team nearly as much as I did when Franz Wagner was healthy, if this is a significant injury. And unfortunately, it looked like it was a significant injury. The type of injury that at a minimum keep him out a couple of months and potentially could be season ending. We'll find out, I would think. As y'all watch this, I'm recording it Sunday night, but as y'all watch this on Monday, we'll probably find out then, Monday or Tuesday, in terms of the severity of this injury. Fingers crossed it's not something torn that's significant in the knee that takes him out for the season. We'll see what happens. But I think this definitely changes the trajectory for the Magic, no doubt about it. Certainly doesn't help their season. That's for sure. So with that being said, before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, I would appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. I'm uploading pretty much every single day on this channel. So that being said, let's get into it. I honestly think the Magic have some definitely some interesting young talent here, and are playing better as of late. Desmond Bane has been a lot better for this team after starting the year rough, but Paolo has struggled kind of all year. He just hasn't been great, but has not been efficient at all in the 2 games since he returned. Small sample size, but 16 points and 9 points, neither of which on a great efficiency, although he did shoot well from 3. But realistically, so far has not been great. I would be a little concerned if I was a Magic fan here. Paolo has not been the player that you want Paolo to be. Franz has been your best player. Bane has been very good, and I think is especially now, I say he's been very good. That's obviously exaggerating, but he has been a little better as of late for the most part. We'll see if he can keep it going, because he's not shooting the 3-ball well, which has always been a Desmond Bane specialty. So that's concerning for sure. He's going to need to take a step up, first and foremost, you have to say, for Desmond Bane, because he just, as of so far this year, has not quite shot the ball efficiently enough. Now, he has played better as of late, like I said, started the year pretty rough, and the last couple weeks has definitely picked it up, multiple 37-point games and stuff like that. But today, he's 16 points. I mean, just okay, you know what I mean? He hasn't been spectacular. They traded 4 first-round picks for him. You need that guy to be a real significant contributor, especially now with Franz Wagner going down. Again, I think Franz has been their best player. 35.5% from 3, 53% from 2. Not insanely efficient, but 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists a game, 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio as a 6'10 wing, averaging over a steal a game as well. He has been legitimately, arguably their best player so far this year. In fact, I would say he probably has been their best player this year. And so I'd be really concerned about this Magic team that already struggles offensively. Like, we have to keep that in mind. Offensively, this team has, I mean, they're the 11th best offensive rating in basketball so far this year, which is certainly an improvement, and honestly a little surprising. Their offense did start to really click with Paolo out for a bit. We'll see if they can find something now. They have been pretty good, because defensively they have the 5th best defense in the league, puts them at the 8th best net rating in basketball, which, to be fair, is why they have actually found themselves in a decent spot playoff-wise. They're 14-10, they're the 5 seed in the East. But let's say that Franz Wagner's season's over, which I'm hoping it's not. We'll find out here soon. But let's say it is. The Magic are probably not, I mean, they might not be a top 6 seed. In fact, I don't know if they're a top 6 seed. The Cavs, look, the Cavs have struggled a lot. I feel like they're going to figure it out. The Sixers, we'll see. But if they stay healthy, they're going to be in the mix. The Heat have struggled as of late, but again, that's another kind of we'll see team with their offense. They don't have a lot of star power, but I never count out Coach Spo. Who knows what's going to happen with the Bucks? They feel like they're kind of out of it. The Hawks have been pretty good as of late. Trey should be back at some point. That could be an interesting team. I don't see anybody below Milwaukee being a real contender. I mean, the Bulls started 5-0 and are 4-14 in their last 18 games. Like, they've lost 7 games in a row. They're not good. So realistically, they do play in a weak Eastern Conference with 9 real teams, you know what I mean? And so where in those 9 are they going to stack up? I don't know, but the Pistons look really solid. They haven't been quite as elite as of late, but they're really good. The Knicks are really good and might be a Giannis destination. The Celtics are very solid and are going to get Tatum back. They've been playing really well. Raptors have struggled a bit as of late, but seem solid, and they're deeper than the Magic are probably in terms of star power, especially with no Franz. The Heat, again, Coach Spo, it's just not easy. And so I mean, honestly, Wendell Carter Jr. has been really solid this year. You're going to have that continue. He's another guy who's had some health concerns throughout his career, so you need that to be positive as well. Anthony Black feels like he's taken a step forward this year, although still not quite as efficient of a shooter as you'd like. Jalen Suggs shot really good from 3 a couple years ago, but has not been as good the last couple years. And to be fair, Jalen Suggs is a guy, he's shooting well from there too, and obviously he's a dog defensively, but he is absolutely going to need to take a step forward now. They need him. They need Desmond Bane. Some of these guys, not exactly on the fringes, but some of those guys who are the 3rd and 4th option maybe are definitely going to have to take a bigger role now. And I mean, a couple of years ago, smaller sample size, he shot 40% from 3. Last year it was 31.5. You know what I mean? 31.4. So he's at 34% this year on 6 attempts a game, which is pretty decent, but you're again going to need to ask more of him as a playmaker, although 4.7 assists, that's career high. Again, that is progress. I'm interested to see if there is enough here. Tristan da Silva's been pretty good. Goga's been super solid on the interior, but is not a shooter, which again, this team does not shoot the ball well. I don't feel like anybody else, Tyus Jones, Jett Howard, Jonathan Isaac, anybody below that is really a real contributor to this team right now. So you're not that deep, and you're definitely less deep now with no Paulo. You have Franz, Desmond Bane, Wendell Carter Jr., Anthony Black, Jalen Suggs, Tristan da Silva, Goga, Patadze. That's like a 7-man rotation of guys that you really, I think, feel truly comfortable playing. Wagner should be back at some point, but that may be a bit still. I'm not exactly sure what the timeline on him is. And I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to need somebody to make a bigger impact because they're not deep at all now. Like, they really are in a little bit of a rough spot with no Franz. And it's gonna ask more of a Jonathan Isaac, more of maybe a Noah Penda, guys like this that are gonna have to be more impactful. Jett Howard, they drafted him in the lottery. He needs to be an impact guy. Jace Richardson's a rookie and he's more of a guard, but like, they're gonna need some guys to step up. And I just am not confident that they have the pieces for that. You know what I mean? And so we'll see. At the end of the day, they're one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league. 34% this year. They shoot 32 a game, which, to be fair, toward the bottom of the league as well, which is probably the way you want it when you're not a great 3-point shooting team. But I just think, again, this is a team that already shows signs of struggling offensively. That feels like that could get really bad again here in the near future, and especially if this is a long-term injury for Paulo, or for Franz, because again, they're not a great offensive team, and Franz is responsible for 23 and 4 every night. He's responsible for 32 points a game or so. Like, you got to replace that somehow on a team that already struggles offensively. I just don't know, but maybe Paulo takes a big step forward, and I think he is the guy who has the potential to be the X factor. At the end of the day, he has struggled this year. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I think we can kind of all agree so far that 45% from the field is whatever, but 26% from 3 is down from the last couple of years, which already wasn't extremely efficient. If he's not going to be crazy efficient, he at least needs to put up big numbers. You know what I mean? He needs to be impacting the game, but honestly, he needs to be a little more efficient than he is right now. Plain and simple, especially shooting the ball. If he can find that, that would help this team so much right now, because again, he's going to be asked to do a lot with no Franz Wagner. It's going to be a lot more Paulo Banchero with the ball in his hands, and the honest truth is, I feel like that experience has been kind of hit or miss, at least at a star level. And in order to contend at all in the East, Paulo's gonna have to be a star now. It's that simple. I don't see it with no Franz Wagner. I'm sorry. I just don't see, if he's out for the year, a real path to contention at all in the East for the Magic. They'll probably make the playoffs, but they feel like a first-round exit, no Franz. And hopefully it's not a significant enough injury for that, and he's back in a month or 2. Fingers crossed. That'd be great, but we'll see what happens. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more NBA content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.